Someone just said this in an online chat room. They said a storm is coming to California. Okay, so you know how I'm exposing these people for laundering money and committing fraud in other states of my identity? The two main states that they are doing this at are California and New York. I've never been to New York. I have been to California one time, but that was like 8 years ago. I was in San Diego for a month. I was with my cousin Preston Fletcher. He's ex-Navy, right? And anyways, so I guess I'll elaborate because these people are while I'm recording here in Fort Smith, like right now, these people are lying saying that I'm in California and I'm in Fort Smith and I'm recording on X Live, right? And I'll verify my whereabouts in a minute. A storm is coming to California, so there's a lot of states. These people, like I said, these people are committing property fraud all over America with my identity, right? But the two main states, like I said, where they're doing this at is New York and California. Yeah. Now, I have been to California one time, but I have never been to New York. I've never been to the East Coast, right? And North Carolina is another place, Florida, Georgia. These motherfuckers are using my social security card number all over America. Also, Seattle, Washington. Like, they're using my identity in Washington. So, anyways, now, the one time I have gone to California, that was like 8 years ago. And I went to go meet my Oregon family. I didn't even like them. They've been stealing my inheritances from me my whole life. But I didn't know my Oregon family my whole life growing up. So when I was 21, I went to Oregon to meet them. My cousin Preston Fletcher was the one who arranged that, and he picked me up here in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and we drove from Fort Smith to San Diego where he lived at. He's ex-Navy, by the way. He lives in Klamath Falls, Oregon now. But anyways, I stayed in San Diego for a month where he lived at, and that's the only time I've ever been to California in my life. I'm not really, and I wasn't really a big fan either. I didn't really care for the West Coast, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So like, whenever it comes to these people and like laundering money and committing fraud of my identity, the two main states that they are doing this at is New York and California. Yeah. So. And these motherfuckers are always lying, saying that I'm in states that I'm not in because they're committing property fraud and laundering money in those states of my identity. They're doing this in my name, so they're desperate to like try to convince people that I live in these states when I don't. Does that make sense? I did not type this. I am not going to Florida. You see how I didn't type that? Okay, so here's a great gimmick here. You see how I switched and I went to this website and this popped up, going to Florida with my friend. I have never been to Florida. I would never want to go to Florida. Hey, y'all stop being so loud and fucking obnoxious. Yeah, you see, here's something else. These people who use my stolen identity and shit, all of them, the people of Fort Smith, these people in other states, they actually try to speak for me, and they're always putting words in my mouth. They also impersonate me on their electronics because with identity theft comes impersonation. So, thank you. I have never been to Florida, and I would never want to go to Florida. Yeah, these people, who is that? Yeah, so these people kind of like they're like joy kills, right? Like at one time in my life, I wanted to travel, but I never really got that chance. And then these people gave my social security card number to thousands of people, and I got informants all over America committing fraud of my social security card number and enacting these illegal entrapment tactics. And now I would never want to visit any of the places that I used to want to visit because these people, they're so psychotic and they're so fucked up and they're so predatory that they just suck the life and the joy out of anything that they touch. That's how these people are. It's what they do. Friday, January 23rd, 2026, 10:20 a.m. Who is this bitch? What? Yeah, that's not my address. You see these people? Yeah, like all of this is how you see how delusional these people are. These people getting on my accounts, stalking my accounts, and slandering me and shit. It's all over identity theft and property fraud in other states. You see this shit? You see these fucking dude? These people are delusional as fuck. Yeah, this is my address. Yeah, so go fuck yourselves. Okay. I'm gonna send that. Hold up, I gotta send some shit out.